Today's episode is UFOs as a control mechanism. But I will make a connection to DNA and the fear of contact. This may get controversial, but it's the general idea I want you to focus on and not the specific example. Jacque Vallee does a remarkable job pointing out how the phenomena seems to be acting as a kind of control mechanism for the human species. If you're not familiar with this idea, I suggest his books Invisible College and Messengers of Deception. Lue has an interview where he claims the reaction to knowing what he knows would be described as somber. After I elaborate on this trend, that statement will make sense. The recent book Skinwalkers at the Pentagon highlights the OFSAP program that preceded ATIP. In the book they explain how the phenomena has been documented with lots of evidence to make people sick. They also document that observing the phenomena has been shown to be contagious like a virus. They observed it spreading amongst friends and family after leaving the ranch. In an interview on Theories of Everything, Lue explains DNA would probably be the best type of evidence of the phenomena. This doesn't necessarily mean DNA of an alien. DNA has information encoded in it. Our DNA could have important evidence within it. Understanding the mutations of a virus can provide evidence. With advances in current DNA technology, the evidence may be very close to the surface with basically no way of suppressing it. People seem to forget that before we went to the moon, one of the biggest fears was potentially spreading some kind of moon plague. We didn't know if there was any living organisms up there, but if there was bacteria, fungi, or viruses, the potential to create a plague is very real. I'm surprised at how few people speculate that perhaps the reason contact is so rare is because it could spread disease. Whether we are dealing with ET, interdimensional beings, time travelers, or a hidden species, the threat of spreading disease is very real. During the times of Black Plague, there were reports of cigar-shaped objects spraying mist in the air. The Our Lady of Fatima event and subsequent miracle of the sun is largely viewed as a religious event, but UFOs were seen, and Jacque Vallee explains in Passport to Magonia why this event qualifies as a UFO event. It was witnessed in October of 1917 in Portugal by 30,000 to 100,000 people. The Spanish flu outbreak started in February of 1918, a few months later. In 2019, UFO or UAP cases saw a dramatic increase. Then we had COVID-19. Despite modern technology and a worldwide effort, the exact species-to-species mutations that led to the COVID-19 outbreak has never been discovered. Nobody, not even in the UFO community, is speculating it came from aliens. That would be crazy. Clearly, I'm speculating. I could be 100% wrong. I just want to point out that if the jump to humans was from a species that doesn't officially exist, or if Patient Zero was working in a cover black budget program, I think we all know it's highly unlikely any of that would be revealed publicly. This is simply food for thought, as most people who support the ET hypothesis seem to conveniently ignore the potential for disease, despite it being a real potential concern in a real-world ET contact event. Of course, this could be refuted by the claim that they have been here a long time and assimilated. This brings me back to my point that this could lead to DNA evidence. Additionally, the idea of intentional spread of disease is a basic extension of the control mechanism hypothesis. The phenomena acting as a control mechanism for the human species and potentially being involved in Black Plague, Spanish flu or COVID-19 is certainly a somber realization. When Jacque first proposed the control mechanism hypothesis, it was more about using memes, giving us ideas and influencing ideologies and religion, influencing war and government. Now we are considering the use of disease, which also spreads like memes. Both are viral and influential. Both will shape our societies over time. It implies we are treated collectively like a petri dish. Somber indeed.